A very important ministry here at Greenforest is our deaf ministry. We have a number of individuals who are involved in that ministry. Just recently, we completed a sign language class where we had over 35 individuals who completed the class and now are on their journey to learning how to sign and to communicate with our deaf community. They are learning from us, and we are certainly learning from them.
Hello, my name is Tracy McCaleb, and I've been a member of Greenforest for about 16 years. And I am married to George McCaleb III, who is deaf.
I went to high school in Cave Springs, Georgia, at the Georgia School for the Deaf. When I began working at Georgia State University, they hired me as an electrical helper for 4 years. As I continued to advance, my boss told me that I was promoted to the title of Electrician 1, but was apprehensive about it. I eventually accepted the position, was promoted, and became successful. Right now you're seeing George on the video phone talking to Howard, another one of Greenforest Deaf members. Video phones are a free service to deaf individuals. Right now we have Sister Lorraine Edwards on her cell phone talking to the operator. The operator then interprets what she's saying to George. Another great device that the deaf use are flashing lights for the doorbell. So when someone comes to the door, they press the doorbell button, and all around the house there are lights strategically placed. No matter where he is, he can see a light bulb flashing.
He lost his hearing when he was 1 year old. He had spinal meningitis, and it took his hearing. The temperature burned his nerves out of his ears, and it affected us hard.
You know, once he got well, you know, he was sick when he lost his hearing. So my parents were so thankful that he was alive. They treated him like everybody else. So George played football, he played basketball, he played baseball, he played in the backyard with us. And, you know, he still has health issues, but it really, you know, sometimes I'm protective of him around other people, but as far as family goes, he was just a regular brother, good brother.
I could say, hey, George, come here, and he wouldn't be able to hear me. But he could say, Tracy, and I would have to go into the room and see what he wanted. And I was like, that's not fair. I can hear him, but he can't hear me. So I had to learn how to, like, you know, to get his attention. He had his driver's license when he was 15 years old. Sometimes I still do get a little nervous, especially at night. Sometimes when we're driving at night and it's raining and, you know, we'll turn the light on. I was like, do you know where we're going? And he starts signing and I was like, look at the road. I was like, that's okay. Just look straight ahead. But overall, George is a wonderful, wonderful driver.
We have a deaf ministry here at our church because we want to reach all persons, not only the persons that are hearing, but also persons that are deaf.
My name is Barbara Hicks, and I have been working at Greenforest for almost 25 years. Well, I came with my friend who is Virginia Hooks, and she was here signing for George.
Howard Sidwell is a faithful Greenforest member. He is the first deaf person to work for the United States Postal Service in the state of Georgia. I didn't understand the preacher as I grew up. I didn't know anything about God. Now, when I come to Greenforest, interpreters make God's words very clear.
You know, I can do anything anybody else in the world can do. It is not a limit for me. God has given me such a grace to just be able to do whatever it is, you know, to just travel the world, whatever it is to do here on earth. God has given me a vision, a glimpse of what it is. I did not know God's plan for my life. I did not know that in 6 years I would marry a deaf man.
My sign name is Leola, okay? But one day I forgot, this is the sign for lazy. And this is the sign for Leola. I forgot and did this one day. So the deaf people teased me and called me Lazy Leola because I didn't interpret for church as much as everyone else.
I love working with my hands, and I communicate with my hands to people. I don't need my voice to communicate at all, but I can touch lives and I can feel strong and I can help people. It was a challenge all the way through, but I have faith no matter what. Deaf people, blind people, with God, it makes no difference.
Bless me, oh Lord, bless me indeed.
I give back not as much as they give to me.
I'm Wanda Holder, and I have been at the Forest for 19 years, and one of the greatest pleasures I've had is working with our deaf ministry.
My first time here, I liked it. I like coming to this church. I'm living here with my aunt and my grandmother. My parents are both deceased.
Well, it's important for me, for my niece, to have part of the deaf culture since she's deaf. She lives in a home of hearing people, and so I want her to make sure that she's involved in the deaf community and that she's able to communicate with people who communicate the same way that she does, other than, you know, trying to deal with my poor signing.
God, why am I deaf? He told me that deaf, and He knows me. God loves me. I've accepted being deaf.
Hello, my name is Alan Sherman, and I am the teacher of the class here called Hands On. It's a basic beginning sign language ministry here at Greenforest, and I'm delighted to be the instructor of this class. And come apart. Free.
In joining the class, I have found that I'm just intrigued by it, and I want to learn it. I want to communicate with the deaf.
Fear comes down to earth. God comes right in front of our face. God.
It's good for when you come up to a deaf person that you can talk to them, you can make friends, because deaf, they're just like us.
The importance of hands-on ministries is to teach hearing people sign language so that they can go out and witness to deaf people. There's a statistic of 98% of deaf people that are unchurched.
I'm just learning the basics for sign language, and hopefully I can grow so that I can possibly talk more with the deaf community and tell them more about God and coming to church.
There's some deaf who are active in the community and some who live a more quiet life, and the whole spectrum in between. It's a great idea to take a class or to learn a basic sign to communicate with the deaf. But more importantly, seeing them as a whole person that God created and not as a handicapped person. And don't be afraid to write notes to them and smile at them. Don't walk away. Practice Christian patience. Take the time to write a note and then allow them to see Christ in your lifestyle.